Hi students, today we are going to learn about cybersecurity issue. First, what do you mean by cybersecurity issue? Cybersecurity issue is any problem or threat that affects the security of computer system, network or data. For example, imagine you have a mobile phone containing your personal photos, bank details and passwords. If a hacker gets unauthorized access to your phone, that is a cybersecurity issue, right? So cybersecurity issue can affect individual, organization and governments, etc. Okay, so it may be a different categories are there. First one, malware. Next, phishing, data breach, DDoS attacks, weak passwords, unsecure networks. Malware means malicious software. Phishing means fake emails. Data breach means uh, a data breach happens when confidential or sensitive information is accessed or stolen without the authorization. So without authorization, steal some data. DDoS attack means website or server crashes due to the overload. And then weak passwords. We are using the simple passwords like 1234556 or else the default passwords, that is. Then as unsecure network, if we connect to the public Wi-Fi. So these are the cyber security issue. Why it is important to know this issue? So first one is protect the personal and financial data, right? So we store a lot of information online such as bank detail, passwords and personal documents. We need to protect them. And then second one is avoid identity theft and scams. If someone steals your personal information means and pretends to you, it is called as identity theft, right? And then third one, to protect our business. A cyber attack can cause financial loss of customer trust and reputation damage may happen. And then the final one is national security. A cyber attack can also target government's critical infrastructure. Therefore, cyber security is important for national security. Okay, so there are three types of security issues are there. So the first one, cyber governance issue, user issue, and cyber conflict issue. Let us see one by one. First one, cyber governance issue. Cyber governance means how cyberspace is managed, controlled, regulated, and secured. It involves governments, companies, and international organizations. So the main question is who makes the rules for cyberspace and how those rules are implemented. Example, if a cyber criminal is in one country, attack a company in another country, which country law should be used? So this is a cyber governance challenge. Okay, so lack of global legal standards is the main reason. Different countries have different cyber laws. There is no single global cyber law that every country follow. This creates problems when cybercrime happens across international borders. So example, if I imagine a hacker is sitting in country A and attacks a company in country B. Country A may have one cybercrime law while country B have a different law. Now the question is, how do we investigate and punish that particular hacker? So this is called lack of global legal standards. Okay, so next one is jurisdictional challenges. So jurisdiction means the legal authority of particular country or a court. The internet have no physical borders, right? But legal systems have borders. So cybercrime creates the major question, which country law should apply? So example, suppose an Indian user data is stored on a server located in USA. Now who controls the data? India or USA? The company that owns the server. So this creates jurisdictional challenges. Okay. So next one is privacy and security. Privacy versus security conflict. Now we come to an important debate, privacy versus security. Privacy means protecting people's personal information and communication. Security means protecting people and the country from the threats and crimes. Sometimes these two goals can conflict. So example, governments may ask technology companies to provide access to encrypted communications to investigate criminals. But if encryption is weakened, which means weakened means it may also reduce privacy and security of ordinary users, right? So that is the privacy versus security. Okay, so weak cybercrime laws in developing nations. Yes, some developing countries may not have a strong and updated cybercrime laws, right? So this can create safe environment for cyber criminals also. So lack of international cooperation. So cybercrime is international, so countries need to cooperate, but cooperation can be slowed down by language barriers, political distrust, different legal systems and incompatible technology systems, right? Next one is governance of critical infrastructure. So critical infrastructure means that that are very important for society. Example, power grids, hospitals, banking networks. Imagine if a cyber attack shut down a city's electricity supply. Hospitals may be affected, ATMs may be stop working, business may stop operating. So, important question is, who should protect critical infrastructure? Should it be government or private companies or both together? So this is the major cyber governance issue. Okay, so next one is digital sovereignty disputes. So digital sovereignty means a country wants to have a control over its digital data and technology within its borders. So this creates conflict about data localization, censorship, surveillance, data control. A simple example, suppose an Indian user data is created in India but stored on a server in another country. This question is, which country's rule should control the so which country rule should control the data is the biggest question here. Okay, so lack of accountability. Next one is lack of accountability in tech industry. Technology companies handle huge amounts of user data. If a company has a weak security, hackers may steal this data. Problem, many data breaches happen because of weak security practices. So there is also no single global law that forces every technology company to follow exactly the same security and breach disclosure rules. Okay, so overall cyber governance is very important for protecting the digital world, but we have challenges, the different laws, jurisdiction problem, lack of cooperation, ethical issues. So, okay, so yes, that's all about the cyber security issue. Thank you.